We're now being joined by the USC Trojans, including head coach Andy Enfield and student athletes Jordan McLaughlin, Benny Boatwright, and Nick Rakozovic. We ask that you please silence your cell phones. There's no video recording or flash photography allowed. If you've got a question, raise your hand. We'll bring the mic around to you. Just wait for the mic. Identify yourself by name and affiliation. And for questions for our student athletes, please direct your question to a specific student athlete. Andy, if you'd like, you can make an opening statement. We'll open the floor for questions.
Give Providence a lot of credit. We really respect them. Coach Cooley and his staff have just done an outstanding job building that program. Been to 4 straight NCAA tournaments, and what they've done is impressive. We've really noticed. And we played them last year, and this was another great game. Both games went down to the last minute or two, and we're fortunate to win this game.
Questions for our student athletes only, here in the front right.
Austin Ward, ESPN.com. Benny, Jordan, your coach mentioned the meeting a year ago. I know winning an NCAA tournament game is its own reward, but do you take any extra value out of beating a team that knocked you out last year?
Benny, if you can answer that first.
We got to give them a lot of credit. We went out there, played hard, and played together, and it does feel good, getting payback from last year, because that was a tough loss. So we came out with the W, and we played a great team.
Jordan?
Yeah, like Benny said, like Coach said, they're a well-coached team, and the players, they played hard. It was a good game, and it was a dogfight now all the way to the end, and it does feel good to come on top of this one.
Yeah, here in the back left, Tim.
Yeah, Nick, you may have been already asked this, but your play, especially in the second half, seemed to be pretty inspired. I mean, did you kind of come of age tonight?
I think that, my teammates just getting me more involved and just telling me to stay focused, and our coaching staff at halftime just talking to us about being focused and, just coming out more aggressive. And I think that was all the motivation that I needed, and I thought my teammates did a great job of just getting me the ball when I was open, and, I just made the easy shot.
Yep, here in the back right.
Nick Dempsey, Conquest Chronicles. This is yet another major comeback for you guys where you were down by double digits and you came back. What is it? Is there anything in particular you all do to keep your resolve and be able to make these comebacks game after game?
Nick, can you answer that?
I'm not sure why we do it. I think it's just to give Coach a heart attack or something. I don't really know why we do it, but I think that just our mindset after just being talked to after the second half of the coaches and just being more focused. I think just after halftime, just coming out and just knowing that we weren't playing hard enough the first half, so the second half kind of really opens our eyes. And I think in the first couple minutes we kept cutting it down, and Coach gave us a game plan to just keep chopping away the lead, and just everybody's energy was on point tonight, and I think that's why we came away with a great win.
Yep, back left, Tim.
Yeah, Jordan, could you speak to that too? I mean, just what the attitude was out there from your vantage point, and what did you see from Providence as you guys just kind of came roaring back?
Like Nick said, Coach kept telling us to cut it down to certain points of the game, and every time he said that, we did that, and then our offense just started opening up. We started making shots in the second half, which we knew we would do. They're eventually going to start falling and stuff, and we got into the paint a lot. Once we got into the paint, everybody was playing off 2 feet and making the right passes and the right decisions, and we were making the easy layups and knocking down jump shots.
Yeah, we're here on the left.
Steve Miller with Flyer News. You guys, there were lots of doubts even just for you getting into the tournament. So what did you prove tonight to yourselves and to your upcoming opponents?
Jordan?
That we could compete with anyone. We knew that all year. Our coaches, they have confidence in us. We have confidence in ourselves. And we know when we're playing like we did in the second half, we're able to compete with anybody. And, it's just on a matter of us just bringing the energy and knocking down shots and just competing all the way to the end.
Any further questions for our student athletes?
Can Benny answer that too?
Yep.
What do you think, Benny? You guys have edited this, if you know. Go ahead.
I think we're not too worried about what other people say about us. We know who we are as a unit. So we believe in each other. Our coaches believe in us, and we're like J-Mac said. I don't think we're not too worried about proving anything to anybody because we know who we are.
Anything further? Jordan, Benny, and Nick, thank you for your time. Good luck in the next round against SMU.
Thank you.
Question, Andy, you guys stick around. Now questions for Coach Enfield. Yep, here on the right, in front.
Andy, similar to what I asked these players right off the bat, how much from a coaching perspective is revenge work, or how much has that been brought up with your guys over the last year?
Well, it was ironic that we played them again. It doesn't happen too often in the NCAA tournament where you get matched up in the first round with the same opponent. But Providence, we knew they were a very good team. We knew their style, and we knew what we had to do to beat them. We obviously did not do that in the first half, but we played much better in the second.
Yep, here on the left on the aisle.
Andy, I'm curious, at halftime, were you more concerned about your offense or your defense? And obviously both improved in the second half.
Well, when you miss 6 layups in one half, you don't guard anybody. I guess the answer is we were concerned about both. They scored against our zone. They scored against our man. We weren't talking. We got discouraged. We missed a lot of easy shots, and I thought it affected our energy on a defensive end. I think that's human nature at times. We have a very young team. As you notice, we play 3 freshmen a lot, and we have no seniors. So I think it's, when you look out there, we struggled early finishing shots at the rim, missed some open threes, and then give Providence credit, they were on fire. They made 3 after 3, and a couple were in a hand in their face, and we actually fouled them on a 3-point shot once. So I think they had 7 threes in the first half, and really 8 because we fouled them on a 3-point shot, and they made all 3 free throws. So when a team is shooting the ball like that, especially in the NCAA tournament, it's tough to guard.
Yeah, Tim on the left.
Yeah, Coach, you may have already spoken to this. What do you know about SMU? Just what's on your mind right now? Because I imagine you've already moved on.
Where is SMU? Does anyone know what city? No, I'm just joking because we played them earlier this year. We played them. They are a terrific basketball team. Wow, they've won, 17, 18 games in a row. They have 5 guys in their starting lineup that are similar to Providence. They're big, they're long, they're very skilled, and they're just they deserve. I think they're 30-4 right now, something like that. So we were fortunate enough to beat them at home. We know that they're playing very well, or so are we, and it should be a great college basketball game in Tulsa on Friday.
Yep, here in the back right.
Could you talk a little bit about how you did get things turned around on defense? Because you said Providence was hit 7 or 8 threes from behind the line, and then the second half they were not hitting. So could you talk about what you changed?
Yeah, they only got 5 3-point attempts in the second half. They were 1 for 5, and the one they made was late, under a minute left. That was a very good shot. But we started switching 1 through 4, and then we went big. This first time all year we put Boatwright at the 3 because Nick, who was just sitting here, was playing so well, and our guards were struggling a little bit shooting the basketball. So we put Benny at the 3 at 6'10", the small forward, and we put Chimezi at the power forward and Nick at center. And we played big for probably at least 10 to 12 minutes of the game, and we haven't done that all season. So for our players to adjust to that was impressive. That was impressive on the defensive end. We had 16 offensive rebounds because of our size, and we were able to post up Boatwright. We set a couple cross screens with him, got the ball in the post, isolated him on their smaller guys, and then when they switched, we isolated him on their bigger guys. So it was we were just trying to do anything we could to try to see what would work. And we just gave it a shot. So I give our players credit because when you don't play like that for an entire season and you're in an NCAA tournament game in the second half, that was really special for them to adjust and to play so well together.
Got time for one more. Any more questions? Yep, right here, last one.
Charlie Goldsmith, SB Nation. A lot of people over the country said SMU was maybe underseeded as a 6 seed, maybe deserving of a higher seed. Does it mean anything to you and your players to be playing a team that might be better than the seed line that they received?
Well, we thought we should have been a 5 seed too, so. SMU is an outstanding basketball team. I wouldn't miss if they would have been a 3 or 4 seed. They had just when you win 30 games and you win your league and your tournament, that's pretty good. So we know how good they are. They're not going to surprise us with how talented and what a great team they are. So we know we have to go play, and we have to play very well to beat them.
Andy, thank you. Good luck against SMU.
Thank you.